Hey everyone, this is Genesis. I'm coming back to another video about Dissension. It's been another coding video. We're going to go ahead and continue where we left off last time, which is testing the leveling system. We got it practically all rewrote, ready to go, a lot more flexible and modular. We just have yet to do any of the ability things, which we'll be doing this time. But first I want to make sure that the leveling system actually works. So I'm going to bring to your attention two things we have on the bottom left here. You're going to see, well, a bunch of text down there now. You can see something that says cur stats, underscore cur stats. It'll pop up, there it is again, every so often. The first number you see in that array is how much money you have. The second one is my experience. I think the third one is my playtime. I think the 11 is maybe my kills. 0 is maybe deaths, perhaps. And 1 is something else that's not important. Most important thing is the second number there, the experience is 111. I want to make sure that it's constantly going up. And the reason for that is if we go into the rank and knit here, the next level is at 500. Level 1 is at 500. So we need to get some kills going here. We need to make sure that's all working. I am going to... Let's see, we're going to group right here going probably up here. We are going to test this out. I'm going to be following this squad, and you know the money, I'm going to be grabbing a gun off of one of their fallen comrades and fight that way. Okay. I thought they made this little thing bigger. Is that bigger? Maybe not.
Contact rifleman.
Okay. Every time that pops up in the bottom left, that means it's saving my character. I'm not noticing any stuttering issues, I'm not noticing any problems like that. It's really good. You can see this orange smoke over there. That's probably an airdrop. I can go grab that to get money. I'm just going to be following this squad here. As soon as we enter this grid, it's going to trigger. So yeah, I have to spawn. My character's getting tired. I have no gear on me. These AI are going to just keep chucking along. We're entering the grid now. I have to try to do my best to actually play the game, which is not what I usually do. Not yet, at least. So, where are we capturing this Materials 25 grid here? So, Materials 25 is pretty decent, so I expect to have medium to large camp here. But it's early on in the game, so it really shouldn't have that much resistance to it. Yeah, you can see here it's already halfway gone. Means half the units have already spawned from it. Which is good. I have no stamina whatsoever. This is a tough hike. So I'm going to keep chugging along. Hopefully I don't get hit by the first bullet. That'd be bad. So we're looking for... What am I looking for when I'm testing this? I'm looking for any errors, like when the AI kills something, I get the money for it. I'm looking... And I don't want that to happen. I'm looking for errors such as... let's see, any text popping up when it shouldn't, or when I'm killing something it doesn't give me money or experience, things like that. So we're going to go ahead and be figuring that out now. Question is, will we ever run into the AI? feel like a VIP. I'm being escorted. You can see I'm rank 0. I fixed the text from being too small. We'll have to make it to the center with no visual contacts. You can see that we got some messages on the bottom left there that East has already captured a location. Now I'm looking for... Well, here we are. I'm not even seeing a camp. I bet it spawned up here somewhere, more flat. Oh! Oh God! Oh God, no, please! That was the wrong move. Well, I guess I can just get a vehicle and fly over there now. Or drive over there. That didn't go as planned. Should not have crawled. I was hoping to crawl along that wall and just hide there, but they just kind of shot me. I need to add melee. I guess you can just punch people to death. Alright, let's try just good old loadout here. This'll do. Okay. Go and just get an ATV or something, or a basic vehicle. I don't know. I want the... Yes, get the Prowler. Prowler. Oh yeah, here we go. Checkpoint, or supply point I should say. Oh! Apparently it's much easier to tip vehicles in this game. And I'm just gonna go along this way. Come on, you can do it. Come on, baby. Look at that. 20 miles per hour. Someone cap this. Are we falling back? Oh, I see this thing down there. Okay, got him. You can see there's got an error message here, so I'm gonna immediately Alt Tab here, bring this up. It's like just undefined variable and expression. Usually a very easy fix. You can see it says I killed this guy right here. It doesn't look like that's impacting my money gain or XP gain, but so you might be able to keep going. But what I can do is go here, CU_2. Okay. Undefined variable UI_2 display control. Well, I have it right here. Variable outside_4. Shouldn't be undefined. Because it's right here. Interesting. Actually, not even, why, I'm not even sure why that's the case. Oh, here's the problem. I'm being silly. This has to be after I call the resource. It's like that. There. That'll fix that issue. You can look at the bottom left. I did get money, and I did get some experience. So we're going to continue even with this error. And, excuse me. Whatever. Hop in. We're going to go shoot some shit. Some people think they're very smart. So now I get the money for that using my vehicle. Alright. That's the squad leader is in my vehicle. That's hilarious. Okay. Where to next, Commander? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and let's go to oil 25. East of our position. Oh, what'd I do that for? Alright. Never saw the camp from that squad. Let's see where. Camp from this. Oh, that tree. Oh, there's a rocket there. Didn't see. Okay. Alright. We're gonna knock it out of the park here. Oh shit! Jimmy's hurt. Killed. Perfect. It's not giving me the message for the money or the experience just because of that one error, which is fine. Still getting the money right now. I'm having a hard time leading the target. Alright, let's just go ahead and let's just go take this off. There's our camp. I hit him. You can see my bolts ricocheting off the back there. I'm like focusing, I'm not saying much because I don't want to get shot. There we go. I'll double check my money here. 9190. I'm gonna, so I can get one more kill and check it. Not sure where these shots are coming from. I see one guy trying to move up on me here. I'm gonna go for him. Got him. Got him. I have no clue where he was, but I knew he was somewhere there. Alright, I'll have a check my money here. 92.90, so I'm definitely making money from these kills. The experience might take a little bit too long, so this guy way up there. Where he's laying down. Try laying down myself here. Hit him, but he's not dead. He's crawling now. He's trying to return some fire, but he's... Same. Hard time. No, can't use my bipod. I'm on too... The hill I'm on is way too slanted to really... Let's try to heal up. I just hit him again. Try holding my breath here. There we go. Aiming a little too low, it's ricocheting and hitting him. Okay. Looks like that's their camp down there. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else. I'm hearing some gunfire just south of me. So I'm gonna look at my XP. I have 211 XP. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and let me know that the basics are working. I'm gonna go ahead and right now this is, what's the next level? Is that 500, right? Is that what I said? Yeah. This is up to 490. enough for testing. This is all pretty unprotected. I'm still debating whether to make it go, have it be server side, so it's all saved server side. It's much harder to kind of cheat or hack it per se. Or if you just make it client side so every server is the same, makes it much easier to kind of manipulate and cheat that way though. I'm still leaning towards maybe making it server side based. If I had the power or the resources, it would be in a database saved in an external place, external location. But it's not something I have access to. This one group Claw here only has 6 dudes left, so they must get hit. It'd be hard to something. Oh, there goes one. Right to the left. Up by that rock. Not too many left. Looks like this fighting is kind of scattered. Okay, so I'm at 520 now. So I'm gonna get out, check. Okay, it says I'm rank 1. So technically I leveled up. Let's change it to rank 1. Our current level is 1 now, so it set it correctly. Now we didn't hear that sound get played when you level up. So if I go to this rank loop here, that was because I was level 0. So when you go from 0 to 1, it doesn't play any sound. Then after that, you'll hear.
Congratulations, soldier! You've been promoted.
That sound. So, which is beautiful. So it's working just fine. Cool. So now we need to code in. What? Oh, I hit him right in the head, but I didn't bring him down. Let's go hunt him. Oh! What just happened? I don't know. Couldn't see for a second. Ah! Ambush! Get him, Jimmy! Not really an ambush, I mean being stupid. We took the grid, that's all that matters. And they're both alive, so that's good. But I have no other players nearby to help rescue me. And we have 3 full squads moving in there. So the commander's working fine. It's beautiful. Okay. Go ahead, just commit suicide here. Okay. So, next step I need to do, now that leveling is working, I want to get the abilities in. And the abilities, well, one, I want to fix something. There's an error. Go here, and it'll try to display a picture. Ah, here we are. Yeah, no, I don't need a picture here. Okay. So the tablet, which is my favorite thing and also my least favorite thing because of how difficult it can be to make it work. I have these abilities here. So the abilities are every level you get defined is kind of like this. Like here's your level, here's the experience, and the third one is essentially the list of what abilities you have at that level. So each one is a little bit different. Some things will always be the same, but like for example, something like this unit recruit. So this will do you recruit. So the amount of units you can recruit will always be this select. Oh, sorry, it'll be abilities select 0. So this first number will always be like if you take a look at the rank in it. The first number is always the number of AI you can recruit into your group. Okay. So you don't get anything big until like once you get level 93, then you can recruit 10. Upwards of 10, but you know, it kind of switches it out, solves a lot of problems. And then beyond that, I'm gonna start adding in different abilities like here, like this one. This one's gonna be an MO drop, a personal MO drop. I'm actually gonna change it from MOD is fine. So what I want to do is in this tablet, so every time you open up the tablet, I want to search your abilities. And okay, I'm just gonna do that. Just that's right, yeah. So I'm going to search your abilities, and depending on what you have, I wanted to add it to the list. So I'm going to do a switch case here, which is what I do in this a switch case is, I'll just show you. Where did I put that? I feel like I'm blind. Let's further down. There we go. Right here. A switch case, which means depending on what the text says, it will do something different. Instead of having a bunch of if-then statements, it'll be just a switch, which is faster. If I only had a few if-then statements, then it'd be quicker just to use them. Since I'm going to have quite a few, eventually at least, this will be quicker. So the ability is going to be here. Default's going to be nothing. Okay, because it might be a number or something, but I'll put that in here. So if it's MOD, and what you want to do is change east to like something like this. Then what I want it to do, all this is doing is going to populate the menu with this ability. Right, so all I want to do is now use this command up here to add in the ability. So what it's going to look like is going to be called personal ammo drop. Okay. It'll be called personal ammo drop. Okay, the info data will be personal ammo drop. Next one is going to be called request ammo for your primary weapon. Okay. And we'll make sure to set that as the data, like so. And it's actually something I can do in the mission, what we will actually be doing now. Mission title, cool, so this will add it to that. Perfect. So all this will do right now won't do anything but add it to the list. So we're going to do in the tablet, we're just going to load it up. And I should have just done this in the game. I shouldn't have quit for this. That's okay. So we had a chance to test the loading and make sure that works as well. What I'm going to do is go into let's see, define. There we go. I'm going to use this define thing as like a notepad thing. And under the tablet section, I will be able to take this entire, the way the tablet works right now, I will take this entire bit of code here, put it in here, and modify it on the fly. So I can get it to work just how I need. Let's continue. And I don't need to spawn in near the barracks or anything, so I can spawn in right away. Okay. Alright. Make sure I'm rank 1. Rank 1. There I am. Okay. So... well, actually, I need to be rank... what is it? $15. So I didn't have this much XP. So let's change my experience to that. This is the old one. Don't need that. So my experience needs to be 1899. Let's do 1900. Really isn't that much further from where I'm at right now.
Soldier, you've been promoted.
There's the sound. I'm now rank 15. Beautiful. So now, I should get the see I have the ammo drop down there. I can go commander interface. Now play request. There it is, personal ammo drop. Perfect. Okay, so you can see when I click on it, nothing happens right now. So this is where I'm gonna need to define all that crap. You the question is, how do I do that? And I'll tell you, I don't know. I don't remember. So I'm going to have to take a look. So it's usually when, so this is where the tablet gets so confusing for me, is, so we have here now, which I'll mark it, which is we have all the abilities will get defined and thrown in that player request category. Beautiful. And now there is another section of the tablet. When you click on something, what it does, and here we are, case 4 play request. Like here's the send money. When I click on that, it adds all the players. Like for example, if I click on play request, send money, it'll put all the players in here. I can send money to myself if I want to. Look at that! Wow, look at that magic. Okay, so. I'm taking a quick look real quick. Huh. Looks like I'll need to have it be emptied first, but anyway, I'll worry about this later. So here's a player request. So that one is for... oh, I see. I'm just trying to see if I can repeat this one bug where I see when I click on other things it empties it. It's only is there once if you're on the category, that's what it needs to be, but sometimes the multiplayer throw has an issue. I can worry about that later. So now we need to have one where, and this is just all for the same one. Okay. This just needs to be in here. I need to clean this up a little bit, this will be better, so... okay. Titles, data, okay. Description equals data select 1. And So I'm just learning some stuff here. You'll see what I'm changing. I'm trying to make it so when I click on this, it puts up text over here explaining what it is, which is what I have. Just remember how to display that. Here we are. So we can take something like this. And this is for the K. Actually, we should be able to have the description display for everything. Where's %1? Okay, we can get rid of this. Alright, so now what I can do is, well, that was my hand. Come in here and do execute VM, scripts backslash define .sqf. Right? You can see players can send money to other players here. Text popped up. Bam, there we go. Request ammo for your primary weapon. See how that description pops up now, which is beautiful. So now what I can do is hit F2 to go back to another save spot. Add more to this. The ammo dropped will only be for your primary weapon. Dropped from aircraft. You know, something like simple like this, and I can make this look better later. So I can come in here, re-execute that function, come back into here, open this up, personal ammo drop, request ammo for your primary weapon. The ammo dropped will only be for your primary weapon. Dropped from aircraft. Cool. So I need to change this button right here to request, and maybe I can put like a cost thing in here. Cost. Okay, actually, maybe what the best way to do it is when I come back down to here. So this should be another switch case. I should do another switch case with this. Right now I'm just being lazy. So if the title is personal ammo drop, then get rid of this code, don't need that. I want it to say request, and this will be for $150 maybe. Minus $150, something like that. Okay, and this we'll have to change to this call disfunc. We'll call it like, whoops. So like in this folder here, player missions. We'll put in these player missions. Rank system. This rank system is now outdated. We can delete all this now. So functions, rank system, like player abilities. We're gonna have something here like func personal ammo drop. Let's do actually just keep it consistent ammo drop. No. There. So now, oh, did I delete the wrong one? Oh shit, did I sure fucking did. That's funny. Thank you for Control Z. So we're going to copy this, put that in there. I don't know what I was thinking. Disfunc ammo drop. It'll be request minus 250, 150. And now we can come in here, re-execute that function. Request. I don't like the way that looks. Is it the proper way to do it this way? I think that's the proper way to do it. I don't know. I'll just work here. Yeah, looks better. Request ammo for your primary weapon. The ammo drop will only be for your primary weapon, drop from aircraft. You see this changes the button here. So now if I hit that, I know it's going to cost me $150 to do that. And you can see my cash right here. Right. So now we need to define what this func ammo drop is. So the way that we're going to do this, and we're going to do like a very basic thing just to test it first, and then I can pretty it up. Actually, maybe we'll just do the whole thing. I got some time. So let's just do the whole kit and caboodle here. First thing is we need to open up our good old handy dandy notebook, which is called config dysfunctions. It holds all the functions for everything. And then we need to create another class. It's going to be for this player ability. It's going to be functions, rank system, backslash, what was the folder we called it? Player abilities. So just like that. Okay. First one we have in there is going to be ammo drop. And we will have to restart for this to work. Actually, we won't. There's a way I can kind of modify it a little bit so we can test it in game first. Okay, so the way we're going to test it in game first is I'm going to this up, grab define 2. We're just going to define it like this. And then I will get it working in here, and then we'll move it over to where it needs to be. So always be for yourself. First thing we're going to do, function that orders drops ammo for the player. Personalized only. Only for currently held primary weapon. Okay. So they should not be expecting much from this, except for maybe a few more mags to keep fighting. I have a couple thoughts already, but we'll go and just start the code where, so we need to do, I'm just thinking out loud, first thing we need to do is, we need to figure out what the weapon the player has. Okay. So, primary weapon. Returns name of unit's primary weapon. Okay. That'll do it. Find player's primary weapon. And this ability is supposed to be pretty simple and straightforward. This one's not supposed to be very good at all, except maybe to keep in the fight if you really cannot go back. It's definitely not supposed to be something that you're supposed to be able to rearm a whole group off of or yourself completely. It's a weak ability. It's a level 15 ability. Not going to be that great. Okay. So we're going to pull the weapon from the primary player. And we need to do a check. Like this says here. Return empty string if none. So if weapon is equal to exit with system chat, you have no weapon. That way if he's not holding anything, we're just going to exit the script. We won't charge him for anything, we'll just say, hey, you have no weapon, dummy. Okay. There we go. Okay, otherwise, we need to check for the cache. Okay. if cache, and this was 150. If this is less than 0, like if it takes that money and it realizes you don't have the money to pay for it, we also need to exit. You lack sufficient funds. Okay. If that's the case, if he can't afford it, then we're going to subtract that money. And now we just need to give him what he needs. So if we got the primary weapon, now we need to figure out what magazines we can get for that thing. Okay, now they had a function for this. Magazine. It's currently loaded. We don't have to worry about loaded magazines. I want to find ones that he could potentially have. There was a function. I could have sworn they had that would pull. Pull the magazine. No, I don't want to export config magazines. What about, let's look at a weapon real quick. Class weapon. Okay, so I could have sworn there was a way that they did this automatically. I've done it before in the past. I've looked in the config. So what you can do, since I can't remember this very well, I'm actually going to see if I can find this on Bohemia Forum somewhere. Because there's a way to do it. You can just, with a weapon name, you can get all the magazines, right? Because you can just get, if I remember correctly, here we are. So here's the code I guess got off the forums. Okay, so we have mags equals get array, config file, config weapons, underscore weapon, which should be this. Alright, and let's make sure this actually pulls a proper variable. So I can come into here. I'm gonna hit format that back to myself to make sure I'm doing this right. Hit it. Oh, I have a weapon. Okay, hold on. No, I don't want to teleport over there. Sure, I'll pay for this loadout right now. Okay, now. Yeah, it looks like that's proper. That should work just fine. So we can put that in there. We need all the magazines for it. And so let's give it a test. So now what we can do is grab this. So this is the way to get the array. Hit format mags. And we get an array of it. So what we can do then is we'll just select the first one that comes in here. We could have it pick randomly. We can have it pick the first one. I'm just gonna have it pick the first one. So what we're gonna do is private underscore mag is just gonna be so mag select 0. Okay, so now we have the magazine that we're gonna be giving you. And now I'm going to enable see Zeus, which is going to cause even more lag because I need to find a good crate. Airplane crater. I don't know these were in the game. Crater. I don't know if we could spawn these in. Under signs apparently. Well, that's kind of neat. Anyway. Well, let's see. Yeah, that's kind of cool looking. Is that physics? Kind of like this crate. Too bad we can't use it. So we gotta go. Let's look in the ammo. Yeah, here we are. Basic ammo. Ammo box. This is too small. I like that, but it's a little too small. Wait a second. How fancy do I want to get with this? I'm thinking hold on, let me think here. There's a way. I'm looking on my other screen here. I have oh man. There's a sorry, there is, I'm thinking to make it a little bit more fancy, a little more silly, but maybe a little more fancy. Okay. I'm gonna test something here. So, if I get this crate. Okay, so let's get the class name of this. So type of cursor object. So what I'm thinking of doing is having it so a box falls, you have to open it up and then these will spawn out of it and then you can grab shit from them. So that name is land ammo box underscore rounds underscore f. It's the class name of that little box. Good. Good. Now, if I remember correctly, there is a way to give custom inventory to objects that usually don't have it. Oh man, what was it? There was a thing I saw once upon a time. man. I cannot remember what it was, the class name was. Oh, this is gonna bother me. I don't want to spend a lot of time looking for this. It was like this different way of creating custom carrying capacities. Let me double check my bookmarks, and no, I don't want you all to see them. Let me see. No. Oh, man, let's see. ArmA 3 class names. Okay, real quick. I know there's like this custom thing you could do that was literally just let's see, it was a weapon, so it would be technically be a weapon, right? Or would it be a vehicle? I'm gonna try one last search, and then we'll give it a stop here. This is where that one thing I got from. ArmA 3 adding inventory to object. Somewhere is in here. Hey, look! No, that doesn't do it. There is... Place a real box. There's a better way to do it. This is it. Is this it? Supply 500. Let's check under other here. No. Objects. Where did I get that from? Huh. It's a vehicle. So what I can do is go into here. Actually, I'm gonna check out the config viewer. So that is it. The supply 500. I think that might be the biggest size. But there were different sizes of things. That you could grab. Checking the config vehicles. So what I want to do is have a crate drops down. You have to open it up. When you open it up, it'll spawn one or two of those. Just one probably. Maybe have a couple of them that will spawn side by side as simple objects. Then get deleted like a minute later. Here we go. Yeah, supply 500. So what I want to do is do a quick test script here, where I do, let me make sure that I'm going to use simple objects here for the canisters. I want to make sure, yeah, he just attaches it. That's funny, so he just does attaching, so I'm going to do a basic test as well. Private, box 1, create vehicle, get pause player. This one set pause player, supposed to be right on top of me. And then we're going to create the supply attached to box 1. That was my Discord, just in case you're in one. Okay. I'm going to spawn this so I can have an error out as well. Then I will have it sleep 10 seconds and then delete vehicle, supply, and box 1. So let's see if this works. Look at that. Custom inventory right there. And it's gone. Let's go one more time. That is beautiful. I love that. Okay. So now that we have that, I want to use... The reason why I'm using like this crate, even though it's not quote unquote what the military would use, it's just very basic. I want it to appear to be very basic. Like it's something that is not... Like they would not be dropping a big supply box like that just for you. Just like a little... Oops. This would be like a big team one. They're all just the same. Okay. What about like a equipment cache? Yeah, not even that. What's ammo cache look like? Nope, not even that. Basic women's box even. This one might be more appropriate. But I kind of like the other one since the show is just for ammo. Like that one might be the next step up. What's the equipment box look like? That's kind of cool looking. But we're going to stick with that. So I'm going to pick a crate. And why not make it more complicated than necessary, right? Okay, so we're going to get the type of that. Land underscore wooden crate underscore 0 underscore F. Now we have everything we need. So what we need to do, well, almost everything we need. How do we want this to drop in? We are going to have this supply points. We're going to have it just parachute in, just like the other things that we do here. I'm not going to have a plane actually spawn or anything, because just that's trusting AI, and when you don't want to be, you don't want to trust AI. And I have a other one that I use, crate spawn here. It's this parachute here. And you're going to be careful with these, as I was told these do create quite the problem if you're not careful. So definitely be careful with them. Okay. So what we want to do here is create the box. So 300. It's box 1. Attach it to the parachute. Set pause, get pause player. Wait a second. How did I do that here? I'm trying to see if there's a quick way I did it. Yeah. We're just gonna do this. And the position to spawn is just going to be the player's position. The puzzle world is also much better for performance. I'll spawn to 300 up. These just get spawned in there just so nothing happens. They don't collide on anything. Okay. Beautiful. And then what we want to do is we're going to need to grab from the right here. I'm just going to steal this. We'll execute. Because I want anyone to be able to steal this. If you call it in, I want everyone to be able to steal it. I don't want it just to be not only for you. There should be some kind of risk of calling it in. Go ahead and do this. Oops. Do that. I think 0 is for everyone, if I recall correctly. Maybe we'll double check that. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Two's on the server, 0 is globally. Okay. So we'll be passing box 1, box 1. This could be params. Box 1. And we want to add that fancy new add action feature that we got to it. Man, I have to remember how to use a lot of this stuff. So, like if I go into my, oops, I'm in here. Stop the search. Same kind of thing I have with these crates here. This little action here. Wow, why do I have 2 of them? Weird. Okay, I do have 2 actions. Okay, I see. So I'm going to take this, grab that. I'm going to come back into define 2. And there's a better way to do this as well. I kind of like the way this looks. Open crate. Checking supplies. Opening crate. Crate opened. I don't know, I'm capitalizing every word, it's fine. Let it take 5 seconds. Cool. So on the code end, what I want it to do, I'll call that. And actually I can just put the code right in directly into here. So whoever does that, then I want to create I'm going to create a simple object for this. Simple objects take much less network performance. Okay. Just pretty straightforward. When the code ends, I want to be able to create the object. By the way, what I'll do to make this look better as well is I'll kind of space it out like this. It's easier on the eyes for people wanting to see how I did it. I think define has to be all one line, doesn't it? I don't remember how that works. We'll keep it one line. I don't want to mess with that. So A1 for ammo crate or sauce, and then it's actually called land ammo box 1. Does the position need to be certain? Position world, okay. Just get pause player. Get pause world. Get pause world. Should be just fine. Okay, and then now we also want to create the supply. Don't worry about this. I'm just kind of just doing this willy-nilly. I'll attach it to A1, put it slightly above. Okay, and the next thing we need to do is, of course, pass this along. Let's fill it full of magazines. So, magazine cargo global is what we're looking for. So I'm just going to copy that, paste it in there. So it's actually for the supply. I want to add magazine cargo global and use this magazine here. And we'll do 6 mags. The test at least. Cool. So let's get rid of these. Let's go ahead and do this. Now we have this fancy little thing here. I'm going to go ahead and execute define 2. What I could do is a test. Spawn. Oh, generic error and expression. I wonder if I can't do. Oh, because I put it all in here because I'm silly. Or did I? No, I put it in here. Maybe we can't use that. Maybe we'll just go this ammo drop for it. Yeah. What? It's like it's not executing this. So it's saying generic error. Oh. Am I typing this in correctly? No quotes. Oh my gosh. I'm rushing this. Okay, so we can see it spawned up there, as it should have. And let's just see where it goes. I think it might end up in the water. And I can add in like a sound effect and things like that. And here's another crate that's the resupply crates you can grab for lots of money. What's this? Oh. Got a nice little base going here. Well, I guess the last falling, I can go grab this ammo crate real quick. And then we need to wrap this up because it's been an hour and 16 minutes. All this for just one little test. The good thing is once you get this done, that's kind of the framework is all completed, and you can just keep adding things to it with relative ease, and it's a lot more fun than creating like big background shit. Okay, you can see here's the crate. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. It's gonna land. Wind's not that bad, which is really good. It's a simple object, lands. Oh! I fell through the ground. Oh, what do we got over here going on? We have one dude who spawned way over here in the water. What's this? Just a helper. Okay, I'll get rid of him. I was seeing if it despawned or what happened with it. And it did completely despawn. So, actually, if I remember correctly, we need to have it detach. We need to have it detach, which gets close to the ground, don't we? I'm gonna switch for crate. Okay. We're gonna take a version of this code. Okay, what we're gonna do is actually change this up. I'm gonna wait until get pause box 1, select 2 is less than 2. So once it's underneath 2 meters, we'll do 2.5 meters. Detach box 1. Okay, I'll detach it. And then just to make sure, let's just try that, and we're going to lower it to the ground a little bit. We're going to put it at just 100, just for this test. This should be much closer, take a lot less time. Come on down. Here she comes. There we go. Much better. Okay. Hold space, open crate. Oh, we got an error here. Undefined variable and expression and score magazine, which shouldn't be the case. Because we have it right here. Oh. In this code end, I don't think it passes it. This information doesn't get passed into that. Okay. So that's a annoying problem. That's a big shame. What we can do is have need to pass along the arguments here. So box 1. mag need to get passed into the arguments. I need to look up how this command works, and then we should be good to go. Let's look up this function real quick. So let's target this like 0. Okay. So what we need to do firstly as well is to have this like, we need to delete the box because you opened it, right? So delete the vehicle. Arguments, the select 3. Okay, this select 3 is select 0. Okay. So this should be select 1 should be the magazine. And box 1. The vehicle, this select 0 should be that. Actually, is that it? And we're gonna even have it drop in even closer to the ground this time around. We're gonna do just 20. Okay. See, it did spawn it right here. Apparently that hurt me. For the old one, looks like it did spawn it. But we're going to go ahead and open this crate up. And put it, and change where it spawns it in. Crate open, deleted it, and I can see the inventory right there. So why can't I? I can't appear to grab ammo from it or put things in there. Okay, so we're really close. So it looks like there's a couple issues running into. So I'm going to attach it. I'm going to try doing 0.5, see if that's better. I'm adding it globally, which worked marvelously, but the supply... Is it because this is a simple object that is not working? So we're going to try to change A1 up from... We'll save this code, just in case. But now I'm getting curious if... It's because I'm attaching to a simple object that it's having an issue. I want to use a similar setup as I do up here. Actually, Okay, so what I'm doing is replacing this with a real object instead of a simple object to see if that's part of the problem. I'm going to have a pull, correct location, then we'll delete everything. Okay, we're going to try one more time. Place objects on the ground, I'm going to delete these. No, not in the water. Okay. Yep. So attaching that to a... Wow. Okay. So attaching that to a simple object makes it break. So that's good to know. Voila. That did the trick. So now we need to do a couple things here. Spawn. Okay, so for the supply and the box, if it doesn't ever get picked up, after, we'll say, 10 minutes, if not is nil, A1. Oops, so let's see. Do params A1, and what this will do, will delete them after a set amount of time, just in case no one gets them. If alive A1, then delete vehicle A1, delete vehicle supply. Looks really confusing. It's all in one line, but that's okay. So that way it'll delete it after a certain amount of time. And we also want that to happen for the original box, box 1. So, box 1, just in case no one ever even gets to that to open it. There we go. So that should be good. Apparently someone was watching me in Steam. Who is that? So now all we need to do is change this up. I want it to spawn back again at 300 meters. Okay, I'm going to copy all this. And what I want to do, make sure I have this emerald drop thing defined correctly. I'm going to go into functions, rank system, player abilities, emerald drop. I'll plop it right in here. Save it. And then now, it says one person, but yeah, who knows what that is. We're going to go ahead and restart. Give it a whirl. And I can add in little details later as well, like sound effect money, like taking money away. I didn't think about that. Other things like that maybe might be good. Maybe even popping some smoke on it. adding a marker for the player to see where it is probably be a better idea. So the person that calls in is the only one who gets to see where it lands. Might be a good idea. And now my dog is begging. Here you go, boy. Yeah, you might need to take him out in just a minute. So let's see if this works. Okay. I'm in here. Of course I need to have a weapon for this to work. So I'm going to... I should have waited. Teleport to the barracks. As my dog is attacking me now. Okay. I am standing inside the barracks. I'm just gonna get a spar, whatever. Do I have the money for it? I sure do. Alright, and now... Oh, who else is in here? Hey buddy, you in the barracks too? Well, you have fun in the barracks. I am going to now go to play request. Personal ammo drop.
Move to grid 1,
Oh.
8, 4, 1, 3.
One thing I forgot to do, which I don't have to restart for it. Define here. This needs to go to the tablet functions. Oh, we're under attack. Okay. So define the SQF. I'm gonna crouch down, so we're getting shot at already. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, we got an error. Nope, Alt tab. Let's see. Generic error and expression, function ammo drop, line 18. Because I did a call. This is silly of me. So if I go to the tablet functions. If I go to the tablet functions, ammo drop. There needs to be a spawn. There it is right there, but it won't work. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and, now that I redefined it, take my money, request it again. You can see there it is opening up. And I'm wondering, the camp right there, looks like our forces took the camp already. Got a lot of friendly forces running around. I'm not seeing the enemies. Oh, they're shooting this direction. Okay. Look at that, marked beautifully. Cool, so add in some things like a marker. Let's see, oh, I just teleported, oh god. Didn't mean to do that, I'm cheating, I'm a hacker. Well, there's a lot of them there. Oh, they got me. Oh no. Let's see if they assassinate me while I'm on the ground here. Are you gonna shoot me? No? You're not? You're gonna shoot me. Yeah, you are. No, you're not. No? None of you gonna shoot me? What? How nice. That's a pretty large group. Oh, it's from the town, that's why. Typically, when you're down, they shoot you, but they won't be able to see me because I was in the grass. Yeah, there they go. Or maybe. Maybe they don't care about me anymore. Wow. It's kind of cool to watch them move across, though. Alright, guys. I'm going to end it there. We got a lot done, even though it doesn't feel like it. There's a lot done. We got the abilities, and now I can easily add more abilities. All sorts of things. If you have ideas for abilities or things like that, let me know. I'm willing to consider anything. Of course, nothing that's too dramatic. No completely saturated area with artillery kind of abilities. You can purchase an artillery vehicle for your own needs for that. But little interesting things that might make things more, I don't know, more interesting. Maybe flares or something. I'm not even sure. Maybe silly things too, like you can spawn leaflets that tell your enemy to surrender. You'll shoot them in the face. I don't know. Things like that would be really cool. Maybe I can think of more interesting ways that interact with civilians or gameplay eventually. I'd love to add in civilians. Oh, look at him. What are you doing there, buddy? Hello? Don't you do it. Yeah. Oh, what an ass! He shot me! Wow! Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.